Hey guys, Road Warrior back here. I recently had a great run here, pretty much tied for first, lost by the kicker in Salmon Clash, but some guys were asking again for another kind of a how-to or tips on this, so I was going to go ahead and put this up and going to go through this. I did lose part of the footage as far as the run, but I will go through this and show you the end of the run as well as these marks here. You want to start to stand here at this first spot. There's been something that's happened, I think, since that one big fighting mechanism was released and they changed things. Sometimes your fish going to get stuck in the rock, so I did fine-tune these marks a little bit than what I had before, but I'm just kind of giving you different options here. On spot number one, you need two trophy sockeye and a uni sockeye. There's also a uni chum and a trophy chum available in those spots. Up to you kind of want how you fish, and you can stand over here on this side, throw there with a topper, kind of let it go down through. Try that, or spinners, whatever you like for these things. It's kind of up to you. Now again, here's another little spot that you would want to use only on the event. That left spot would only be on the event that you get through all your sockeye. But you do have two trophy sockeye available from this left side and two from the right. Now you can only get one unique from the left or the right, but I usually try to get him from the left side in the event something goes wrong. Now a lot of things, a lot of people will get stuck up in this area, but I kind of show you what I normally do. It just kind of sometimes it takes different retrieves or a different lure. In other words, if you're not getting a bite on one lure, switch out. That sort of thing. Or even retrieve, going from stop and go to twitch. And I'll show you that later on in the actual run. And again, this spot down here, if you guys didn't have these. Also, keynote, Super Dave had put up this guide a long time ago, something similar. So I am kind of fishing off most of his marks. Other than that one there, I kind of did on my own. And I'll show you why I do it a little differently. Now you can get the Chinook over here as well, but you can also get it on that little short cast, and I'll prove that in an upcoming clip, which does kind of help you. Now coho can come from either side as well. Once you got through all that, so there's two sockeye down there, uni Chinook, trophy Chinook, that sort of thing. And then if you're doing good, you can come back up here and try to get the trophy and the uni Chinook in that area. And from there, if you got all that done while you're waiting on your respawn, it's a 30-minute respawn on the sockeye. You're going to want to focus on the sockeye, go back to spot one. Now, I did lose part of the footage, but this is kind of halfway through my run. Following along there with what I just previously discussed, I'm going for my trophies now. I already got the uni and two trophies from the left side, so this is the right side. Now, I'm coming through here, and again, whether you like medium spoons, spinners, that sort of thing, but again, a long time ago, my late great friend Sparky had showed me how effective the toppers were here. So in the event that you're not getting your spinners, spoons, that sort of thing to work. Now, also one thing that's frustrating over here that you'll find is fish after fish, no matter if you hesitate, try to set the hook. For whatever reason, this can happen on this cast here. I had 3 consecutive fish fly off. One of them was a sockeye, I think 2 was a Chinook. Ultimately, of course, the Chinook bites. Here in a second, but as you can see, fish after fish just flies off. You never know for sure if that's your trophy. That can hold you up here, so kind of be aware of that. Anybody that's looking to learn Salmon Clash, it is a great competition. It's also frustrating, but it's very, very fun. Again, I think this is the 3rd or 4th time I've podiumed in it, but people had asked for me to kind of put another walkthrough up. Now again, as you can see there, I switched out my reel. I went and put on a Kraken here on the Salmon Monster, because I'm wanting a little slower reel speed because it's a short cast again. And I'm actually going to go to twitch here instead of stopping on. I'm just kind of showing that if in the event that you're having a problem on a certain spot, I would say 80% of the time stop and go usually works. But in the event that you're struggling here, I go straight to here. As you can see, I'm just sky twitching. I get this thing out very first cast, as well as I switched to the buzzbait. Buzzbait nymph, buzzbait shad, any of those things will work. Even buzzbait larva, newts. Just don't hesitate to, come off a spinner, spoon, topper, whatever you like, but it does sometimes help you to do that. Now, going down here to the spot, you need 2 trophy sockeye from this spot. You can go right or left, and I'll kind of show you here. I get the first one here, sticking with the buzzbait, and I'm actually, again, just using twitch. Again, 20% of the time, I think you might have to go over to twitch, that sort of thing, but again, that's entirely up to you. But if something's not working, you have to find something to change, in my opinion, to kind of keep the Salmon Clash going. Now, this one, again, can be very, very fun, but very frustrating. Also there, be kind of careful. Something ends up coming to haunt me there on that little arbitrary timer where the fish just kind of dangles where it doesn't allow you to catch it fast enough. Also, if you watch here, again, I am on Twitch, and I am actually working it near the surface. I'll tell you that here in a second, but that it was on Twitch. as you can see there. And again, that's why I was saying you don't have to cast a mile out for those Chinook. That's why I put up that mark there to kind of show you. You can get the sockeye there as well, but if in the event you're struggling from that very first spot that I was just casting out, because you need 2 trophy sockeye, don't get too hung up on one of them when you know you got a uni Chinook, trophy Chinook, uni coho, and a trophy coho points wise that you're trying to get. So don't hesitate to do that. Again here, don't sit and do this, because you'll see later on in the clip what happens to me. I think you should probably be better off just holding that up and reeling. Nice fish nonetheless. And I do go back to the topper, casting straight out. Again, make sure that you kind of let that float. You don't want to work this real fast. Let the kind of current do the work for you. Just a real slow stop and go here. And I do have the Kraken on at this moment, but again, make sure that you're universal enough with the Zeus. If you end up using the Zeus, this is just a skin version of it. Make sure that you bring extra reels for you for whatever application you might need, whether it's some touchy little spots that are close. It does seem to help as I get that in there, and that's a critical 6 points that I will need, and you will need as well. You don't really want to leave those things behind unless you have to. Now I'm going back to stop and go here. I do got the spod reel on just because I'm wanting to, and this, they're a little bit of a longer cast I'm throwing out there this time. So, I'm casting out farther. I want to be able to get this thing in quick. So that would be a reason, again, why you'd want to switch your reels in and out. Entirely up to you. It's just something that I do, something for you guys to consider, as I do get the unique coho there. So that only leaves the trophy Chinook. I end up getting that. And again, once you're at this stage, come back up near the cabin, go for your trophy Chinook as well as your unique Chinook. And also in this situation, I couldn't get the unique out, so I put on my Thetis with a roach spoon. I just specifically trying to target this. Again, I've mentioned before, if that barometer is showing high pressure, that's a good indicator that might be midwater or higher instead of working the bottom. Sure enough, I kind of knew that. Again, if you haven't watched any of my previous videos, not 100% accurate, but it does get you in a ballpark of maybe where you're casting. In other words, following along. If you're not getting bites down low, try midwater and kind of correspond that with whatever your barometer is saying. It does hold true with most of the fish in Fishing Planet. Now, there could be a weird thing where, a tiger fish, a Goliath tiger could be biting on, the high pressure could drive it low. But for you, I would just say, at least use that as somewhat of an indicator. Now, moving on here to the spot that if you're really on fire, you come up over here and you can get a trophy Chinook here. Now, watch what happens to me. And this is horrible because it ends up coming to haunt me. This is 3 points that I just lost. Watch closely what I'm doing here. Okay, so don't do that. Don't do that. Now I'm about to, I can't help but get mad. Not more so at the game, but myself. In that situation, just hold up and reel when you're waiting on that timer. Be careful that you don't get over aggressive. As you can see, that cost me. Ultimately, it cost me first place in this, and I took second with a tie. But moving on here to this other spot. Again, you can get a unique chum as well as a trophy chum. So that's an additional 6 points. So 4 points for the unique, 2 points. And again, every point in this could be very, very crucial. Also, just on a side note here, you can see with the extreme, once you got your reel maxed out with a new fighting mechanism, even though you're taking a little bit of damage, or reel shredding is what I like to call it. If you're doing some damage to the reel, but look how quick I get that in as well. So there's another 4 points. And again, don't hesitate. If you got the time on a 30-minute respawn, you want to be back at that first spot, anywhere from 6.5 probably to 8 minutes, somewhere in there, to spot 1 to get your respawns. Don't hesitate to cast back out within reason. I'm trying to keep an eye on my time stamp up there as I'm getting this. So once I get that out, I did get all my points out in this spot right here. So there's another 2 points. Now I do have plenty of time left here, is the sad part. I end up sticking with Twitch in this spot for a while, going back and forth, just kind of seeing what I can get out of there. Again, that was up high, but this is a trophy chum. It's 2 points, but I'm ultimately trying to get the sockeye. And sometimes this spot in particular can drive you crazy. You'll get down here in plenty of time for your respawns. Again, I have over 5 minutes there. This will happen to you and drive you crazy. Sometimes, in other words, your respawns for whatever reason won't come. Just blocker, a boot even. We even got a boot thrown in there. Blocker, common, in other words, no points. No points. Again, No points. And this will happen to you. It is frustrating, but again, you just have to fish through it. Keep trying in this thing, guys. I think you'll end up ultimately be a comp that you do love. Kind of a love-hate relationship nonetheless. Again, that's spinning. I'm trying to be careful as I can not to get that off. As the wire goes down here, I need one more fish. Now, if I could have just got the unique in this situation, I would have took first place. Instead, it's just a 6-pointer. So I did lose by the kicker. We both had 123. Good game. Nonetheless, that was a lot of fun. I hope this helps you guys out in the future, and take care, and we'll see you in the next one.